If we go in here, we can see, oh, no, they're switching off again. Howdy folks, and welcome back to ARK Building Adventures. We're here in the center map, and we're down in our ice area, and we're building up the walls. I wanted to come back a little later, show you guys this when it was done, but as I was taming up, I was noticing that we had some pretty high-level bears in their 500s, and I thought, you know what, I'll come back and tame one day, and then I came over here and I saw this bear. This bear, I said. This bear, level 600. So I knocked her out, put a bunch of kibble from the kibble plot in there, and I'm going to give her a sleepy time. See if she'll maybe tame right up. There she goes. There she goes. 600 is the highest level we have here. So this 600 female dire bear is going to be just awesome. Look at her. She's in hibernation. Yeah. She's awake. Wow. I don't even know what to call her. Amy? Amanda? I'll call her Amanda. There you go. So what are your stats, Amanda? You're starting out with almost 10,000 health, good stamina, good weight, melee pretty nice, speed perfect. I'm going to leave her here, and we're going to get a saddle for her. I'm going to tell her to stop following me. We're going to get a saddle for her and bring her back into the base a little later. Okay, so our wall is done, I think. I decided not to go ice up the entire thing. I'm just doing ice at the bottom for two reasons. One, it's a lot easier because then I don't have to change the model on every single one of these. But two, kind of gives the impression that the ground is frozen, you know, and it's freezing the putting a sheen of ice on the stones. And I've got ramps going up and down on both sides of the big gates, the behemoth gates. I've got doors on each side of the gates going in. I've got, you saw these windows here, and these things run all the way along one side. You know, so 50% of the base can be accessed. That actually goes up there. I'm going to put lighting in here, and I'm going to snap some solar panels to the walls, I think, to get power on a regular cadence here, every 5 walls or something. I'll put solar panels for power. And put lights on the inside, I think, that hopefully will bleed out to the outside. And also, I'm going to put some feeding troughs, powered feeding troughs on a regular basis, because we're going to have a lot of animals in here. So these doors go all the way around. There's access there and there. We've got some steps up here. Every corner has ramps going up, either here or over there, and then the same thing is mirrored over on that side. So that's pretty cool. And I've got wooden railings up here. I've got these battlements over. Whoa, these battlements over here. You can actually get through this part, which I've got to be careful about. I haven't finished coloring these, unfortunately. I have to make them gray stone because I have to make them match the corner. The corner doesn't have an option. If you go gray stone, it's this color. If you go mossy, it's not the color that this used to be. This is, what is this? These weren't sandstone. What were these? Let's pick it up and put it back down. I don't even know what color this was. It's like it's got some kind of a default texture to it. It's not gray stone, it's not mossy, it's not dark. It's none of these things, which is really weird. So I have to make it match these guys, because that's the only thing I can do, really. So I'll set all the rest of those. That's not a problem. Wooden railings on the inside, which is really cool. I like that. You can still jump over these if you really wanted to. Ugh. Even though it hurts a little bit. And there's a couple of ladders on the inside as well. One on this corner and one on the opposite corner diagonally. Right here, these little hatches to get up to the top if you wanted to as well. So there's interior and exterior. In here we have home buff, or house buff, as you can see over on the right. We got the house buff, not a problem. That's pretty cool. What that is a wing from an RG, a wild RG. So anyway, I'm loving this base wall. Now we have to start building stuff on the inside. So first thing I'm thinking about doing, and I have a teleporter rings over here. I've got the Stargate and I've got the teleporter rings. Let's get them on Amanda, our dire bear. We've leveled her up a bit, given her some melee damage and some health and some other things. I've taken out and killed a few things with her. Every time you level up the animals now, they do some kind of animation, which is interesting. I think that's just standard ARK now. But we've got this gate, and we've also got these rings. I put these rings, I placed one here, and then I placed one roughly up there. Sorry for showing you underneath Amanda. Actually, I can go first person. There we go. Roughly up there. I'll show you where we are. So we can get non-flying animals up and down quickly without having to go the long route. But here's Amanda up top here. If we go over that direction, we'll fall. We go down to where our base is. So this is a nice little place up here. And we'll build some kind of structure up here eventually, too, to house the this area so that it's protected from wolves and things. But right now, I think the first structure we're going to put on the inside is going to be some kind of a building, kind of an arrival building maybe, or a transit building that's going to have that teleporter pad and the gate in it. It's going to be separate from my main base. My main base will be over on this end, I think. This will be replaced. This is just my temporary base for staging and building stuff. So first thing I'm going to do is lay down some foundations and figure out where I'm going to put that thing. You know what? I started to lay down foundations from this wall to come out and keep my little building even, and then it dawned on me, I don't really want the grass ground. I want foundations. So why don't I lay foundations everywhere inside here? It's going to take a lot of foundations. Thank goodness I have those resource crop plots. But I think that would work really well. I think we'll just lay the entire thing, just foundations in here, since it's all flat and I can do that. And then we just build up any structures we need from there. So that'd be pretty cool. It makes these things more flush. I can take away the steps here and just walk straight into here. The only question I have is, do I still want to keep that frosty and icy? I don't know. I kind of like it still. Let's leave it. Let's just leave this the way it is default, because otherwise it'll take forever to change them all. I don't really want to change them all. We'll leave these the way they are, and we'll see what it looks like when it's done with the frosty along the outside as kind of a band of frost. Huh. All right. I got to go make more foundations now. Okay, it's a little dark in here, but you can see I've got a couple of lights poking through. It's because, if I can get up here, this is what I'm going to do. Solar panel hanging off the wall up above, height of my character so that I can walk through. No problem. And then just run a cable out, and I'm putting a light one block to the left here, and then have two between each light. So I'm going to have two between each light, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run electrical cabling out here, and maybe I'll have, I think, 4 cables in a box, because the S Plus boxes reach pretty far. But I still want to make it, hold that down here, I want to disable sparks and hide wires. There we go. And then just repeat that process. And we're going to put more lights down every 2 squares, every 2 walls, I guess. And I will end up having 4, if you think about it. I think 4. Ooh, maybe more than 4. I was going to say 4 solar panels, one for each, one for here, this corridor. Then I don't want to mess with turning around the corner. I'm just going to stop that one there, and I'm going to lay another cable here and just go that direction. Or another solar panel there and go that direction. And do the same thing. That's actually going to be 6, right? Not just 4, but I think 6 solar panels I'll need. So anyway, making all the lights and stuff and putting this stuff down. Pretty cool. I like the effect. Look at that. Okay, we are back, and obviously the walls are all completed, the railings are all completed, and the electricity is all completed. It's now towards the end of the day, and the sun comes in down here, so it lights up the base really well, so you can't really tell. But if we go in here, we can see, now they're switching off again. I've turned these things, I've changed the settings so that it ignores the auto on-off, but it still seems to auto on-off. It's very annoying. But, this is going to be kind of pointless, I guess, until, or maybe I should hit the switch and just have it turn on, but it's always dark in here, except right here at the evening. So anyway, when they're all on, it lights up really well. The fringes, not the fringes, really, I mean, out to somewhere around here is pretty well lit. Just the dead center is not going to be terribly lit. Got the floor in, the foundations, except right here, so it's time to tear down the main little base starter hut thing that I did. I think I'm going to have a main base kind of in the center. Just as I did here. It's probably going to be a little more towards where the bird is than where this one was, though. But it's time to tear all of this down and finish the foundations here so that I can get going. So I'm going to go ahead and empty this one powered guy trough, and I'm going to lay a whole bunch of these around the outside edge of the space, because I'm planning on having the animals be on the outside. And I'm probably going to do the math and figure out the best place to put these, but for right now I'm just going to put this here just to have it, give it a place to be. I'll take a few of those for myself. Alright, so now it's time to get the gun, start tearing this one down, finish those foundations, and start building a new place. Okay, so I've got the center knocked down. I had to set up the masonry table there so I could build some more foundations and other things. Got everything on the Titanosaur. Thank goodness for that weight. Everything is here. Those guys are parked over there now. And I've figured out where the exact center is. It's where this wooden plank is. I just changed this to wood. It's just a regular old foundation, just to mark the center. And I came out, I figured I want to go out 5 foundations. And then I thought I would do kind of a ribbon wall. Use the curved wall to go in and out and kind of do a ribbon thing. And then have this be a doorway here and then continue the ribbon this direction. This isn't actually 5 out. I need to move this thing. But I have these bay windows on either side here, and I'm going to have doorways on straight away on either side, I think. I think that'll work. And in here is where I'm going to have a lot of the tech plots. I'm going to have some resource crop plots and a bunch of workstations, basically. I think this will be my main work area and live area here in the, what we're calling the summer base, because it's cold here, you know. So when it's hot, you come here to enjoy the cool, and then when it gets too cold, you go to the winter base, which is underground in the underworld. So I'm going to continue this ribbon wall and see how this works out. See if we can build up around here and make a cool little shape. Okay, so we've got the workings here of what I'm looking at doing. I've got ramps on each side to get up top onto the roof because I'm thinking we might do something on the roof eventually. Not necessarily right now. Let's stick these last ceilings on here to kind of finish this off, I hope. So we've got the curves, we've got the little curved ceilings as well. I'm going to leave a hole at the center, the direct center of the building, and try to put some, if I can find the center again, right here is the center. So I need a ceiling right here. And I was going to go ahead and put these battlements, I think, around here, just to kind of give it a little bit of character, you know, just to make it not a complete, you know, flat top, basically. And we could always jump over that and fall in if we really wanted to, just to get a quick access if we landed on the roof with a bird or something, for instance. So that'll work. So let me finish this. I'm going to put in some electricity. I have a couple of solar panels left over. I didn't actually need 6 of them as I thought to do these hallways. I was able to just, on these small little corners like that one right out there, I was able to just have the last outlet be along that wall, and then the light over here by the doorway, by the gate, was able to get power from that. So I never needed to have all 6 of the solar panels. I've got a couple of extras. So we're going to put them in here, at least one of them, maybe 2. You can't use the S+, you know, the wiring built into the foundation thing. You can't do that on anything that isn't S+. I've tried. So it doesn't work. And these align a lot better since I'm using actual, you know, keep foundations. Remember when I did the other greenhouse, the foundations and walls were not lining up quite right. I think it's because they're slightly different size. You can tell because these snap. See how there's a border around those foundations? But when you snap one of them in, it snaps over the border. See? Well, S+ stuff obviously doesn't have that overlap. So that's why we got slightly out of alignment when we tried to use S+ foundations and keep walls. So as long as I'm using keep foundations, everything lines up. So do a couple more ceilings, put in some power, and then I'm going to go make a whole bunch of tech crop plots and place those down here because I'm going to have a second crop plot farm over here to get resources, which will be fun. Okay, we're back at base. Our lights in here are on. They were off a moment ago. I think the problem with the S+ is it's ignoring the option. This checkbox here, it's always doing the auto stuff, so it's turning off during the day, which is annoying. But I put a keypad here and set them all to 5555. So I could turn all the lights off and turn all the lights on if I need to. And that keypad touches the lights everywhere around here. So everywhere on this base it hits. So that's pretty cool. All right, I've got 50 crop plots. I don't know if I'm going to need them. I grabbed a seed of every kind. I also grabbed some storage bins or some metallic storage. And again, don't know if I'm going to be able to place everything. So it actually has a little crack in it. I thought I was pulling back until that crack filled in, but that's part of the part of the model. Okay, so let's just put one there. It's powered, of course. And we can put them diagonally if need be, but trying to figure out where the smartest way to put them in would be. I guess staggering them kind of in like 2 little pyramids might work. With the tip of the pyramid being at the window on either side. I might actually do it. I'm going to place them roughly, guys. Maybe come back and refine them later. But I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the angles in the placement right now. I just want to see if it'll all fit properly. So that one won't I mean, it will fit there, technically, because they'll collide. They don't have a problem with that. But I just don't want to. So we'll throw one there. Then we can put another one over here. Not a problem. And then another one here. And then another one over here, like this. Yeah, that might work. Kind of stacking them this way. And when we come down here we can't put one right there, so we put one down here. Like this. Right? And then we would put another one down here. Kind of like that. Right? Yeah. And then this would be a place for a workstation. This might be a place for a workstation. And here and there and somewhere in here. You know, I can put the workstations throughout here. I just use the plots for the actual resources. So let's go up top. I've also got some storage, like I said, created a whole bunch of the smaller ARK Advanced storage boxes that hold a fair amount. I thought I would put one up here. Again, I'm just going to place these roughly real fast just to get an idea where they are. I'm not going to like figure out exactly, you know, their alignment. And then I was thinking maybe one here on either side of each ramp. Let's see if I did the math right on the counts here. Again, placing them roughly. Don't get too worried about how they're aligned. Didn't want this one roughly in the center for this this test run here. And then one on each side here again. And I have extras too that I plan on putting other places here. So we got one there. Thank you for punching. And I'm left with 4. I was thinking 1, 2, and this little indentation on every side. On this indentation. Why am I putting them up here, you ask? Well, I'll tell you. Because with the great S Plus resource polar, I don't need to put them right next to the crop plots to store the excess material, right? I can just come up here and use the gun and say, I want this one to hold, you know, all the crystal. And then I would just grab it out of the crop plots. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and take all the crystal. I'm going to take them out of Mother Earth there, put them in here, and there they are. And these hold 250 slots, which is really cool. Nice. All right, so now I need to place the rest of the crop plots and get the seeds planted. Okay, so as I was placing these, it dawned on me that some of them were not powered. So I've changed the way I'm doing it. Instead of having the 2 solar panels in here, I decided to go ahead and place one on the ground, on the dirt, and then cover it up because these keep foundations, thankfully, will not collide with it. So place these over the top. So I have one power source here running in and powering my entire work area, I guess, farm, whatever you want to call it, base structure, main building. And just running it down here, do a little cross, go from each corner, put a power outlet basically on each extension in each corner. And now if I come over here and put these last power lines down here, I should... 2 more, and then I should have 1 more box. There it is. I don't care about the sparks down here because you won't be able to see them, but they should all be registered as powered. And they are. I don't think there's anything that's not going to be powered now. Any extreme. We should be in good shape. I just have to turn these on when I seed them up. So we'll bury up our work and be back in business. Okay. I think we're finally done. To start with, we've got some stations in here. We've got all the seeds that I have, basically, including plant species X, which I planted right here. I just planted. And the reason for that is because we're getting a lot of Argies flying into this base and attacking my guys. Obviously, they will kill them really quickly, but it's just annoying. So I'm thinking just inside the wall at regular intervals, just inside and down below the wall so it doesn't kill things on the outside, I think I should plant some plant species X. We don't have the photon turrets on this server as a mod. So I think we're going to use plant species X. So we're going to have to put a bore tap so that they can get the water, and we're going to have fertilizer now, collect fertilizer somehow. That makes it last longer. I think we have some fertilizer mods that do a really good job. I don't know why this guy's leg stays up like that. There's nothing here, but whatever. And then these are now sinking in. Funny. Okay, so anyway, we have all of these seeds that you can imagine. I tried to kind of organize them a little bit. The core stone, wood, thatch, fiber are right here on the corner, and then I back away from those with a little more, stone-related stuff, flint and raw metal and obsidian. And over here on the wood side, it doesn't make any sense, but I've got polymer and electronics, and there's that and things like that nature. We've got meat and spoiled meat there. We've got narcotics and stimulant here, and kibble here, and this is the medjool berries, I believe. Yeah, and I think we have narco berries back there. And then I don't know what this is. Nothing. So I have a free slot available. And like I said, I have some workstations set up. And I've got the artifacts over here, the super seed over here, the ultimate seed. I got all the artifacts I'm going to need. And then I've got a skin seed over here for the skins and the trophies and things. So we're coming along. I think it's going to work. And we've got the other Virescent and all that stuff there. So I think this is going to be a good start. Now we just need to figure out, and up top, I put the 4 animal seeds and the 4 vegetable seeds. Just because, these make prime meat and these make veggies, and these are things animals can eat. So I don't know. I just thought it would be cool to put the 8 around here, the 8 extra up here, because I had 8 extra after I laid all the other ones down. So anyway, I think the next step is going to be to put up the plant species X, but I think we're going to do that next episode, guys. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.